Happy Tuesday, everyone. In case you don't know who I am, I'm the Love Witch. I am hopping here onto Madame Pamita's page for maybe an hour or so tonight to do some $10 per card tarot readings. So if anybody would like a tarot reading, I would be happy to do one for you. You can scan the QR code that is floating beside me to head to my website and check out. Again, it's $10 per card. Or if it's easier for you, I also have my Venmo and my PayPal information in the description of this stream. So feel free to check out that description to find those links. Once you send money for a reading, just make sure to put your reading or your question into chat, and then I will pull some cards for you. So in case you don't know me, I'm the Love Witch. I'm a member of Madame Pamita's team. I'm on the East Coast here in New York City. So yeah, I'm one of the readers, spellcasters, educators at Parlor of Wonders. I also make homemade soaps and bubble baths and sprays that we sell at the Parlor of Wonders as well. So I'm not Madame Pamita. Don't adjust your screens. She'll be back here on Sunday night. But until then, we can do some $10 per card tarot readings here tonight. So if anyone has a question, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm going to be donating a portion of tonight's earnings as well as all of my earnings in the month of November from tarot to Trans Lifeline, a wonderful peer-supported crisis line by and for the transgender community. So I'm really happy to be able to help them out this month. They rely on like donations for 80% of the money that they get. So I will be sending them a nice donation at the end of the month from all of my earnings from these streams and from my other readings as well. So if you have never had a tarot reading before, I would love to give you your first one. Or if you've had many readings, we could do another one for you. Any question is fine. There's no limits. So whatever kind of question you want to ask, however many cards you want me to pull, I'm happy to do it. If you have not joined my mailing list before, I would love to send some occasional updates to your inbox. So head to thelovewitchnyc.com, and at the top right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says get $25 off. You can click that and then join my mailing list. You'll get a coupon for $25 off a spell service with me or a 30-minute one-on-one reading with me. But today we're doing just a $10 per card reading, so you can get one card, two cards, however many cards you want. Oh, hi, Ferial. I see you in the chat there. It's so nice to see you. I hope you're doing good. I miss hearing from you. I hope everyone is having a nice week so far. Thanks so much to everyone who has joined me. If you're familiar with Tarot for Kindness that we do on Sundays, used to be on Wednesdays, the payment options are different for this stream, just so you know. So my PayPal and Venmo and also the link to check out on my website can be found down in the description. And yeah, any question you want to ask, I'm happy to answer. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. So if you have never been to Madame Pamita's YouTube before, welcome. It's great to have you here. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so that you get an alert every time we go live. We're here every Sunday night, actually. Most Sundays, we have the Magical Mystery Marketplace. That'll return this Sunday with Madame Pamita and Honoreo from the shop. They're going to be discussing some of their favorite hoodoo products, and we're going to have a bunch of them on sale and spotlighted as well. And then after that, we will do Tarot for Kindness with Madame Pamita and Yvonne from Ukraine. Hi, Rosemary. Thanks so much to everyone who is joining me tonight. If anybody would like a reading, they are $10 per card. I would love to read it for you. Any question, big or small, I'm happy to answer it. If you don't want a tarot reading, I've also got oracle cards here in front of me. I can answer questions just with my intuition, whatever you want. I'm your witch. So don't hesitate to ask a question. And I'm going to be here on Madame Pamita's YouTube page occasionally throughout the month of November. So make sure you have those alerts turned on so that you get a notification every time we go live. I'll be doing these $10 per card readings. I may have some other people joining me at some point. We'll see. I haven't nailed down an exact time slot yet. We're kind of testing things out to see when people are online. So definitely hit that bell so that you get a little notification whenever we go live. We don't go live that often, so we're not going to like blow your phone up with those notifications. And if you could like this stream as well, that's a huge help. So I would really appreciate it. While we wait for the first question to come in, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for all of us just to give us a little guidance for the week ahead. It's never too late to ask for that. Okay, so I've pulled the 5 of Pentacles. Things might be a little difficult this week, or maybe they've been difficult in the weeks leading up to this. But this card shows that there's a lot of help available. So if you've been struggling lately, or if something has been feeling really hard, know that you're not entirely out in the cold. These people are out in the cold, but they're right outside of a church with the lights on. So no matter how you feel about the church, by today's definition of it, in this card, it represents the ability to walk inside and get some help. No questions asked. So know that there are people, places, things around you that are willing to provide help and relief during this time that may be difficult. Also, sometimes we just need to like take a few minutes to step away from our agony. I know when I get low or down in the dumps, it's really easy for me to wallow in it, or really like, only want to think about sad things, only want to consume sad media. This card says maybe that's helpful, but it's probably not. So try stepping away from it for a little bit. Don't throw yourself a pity party. Instead, let whatever is weighing you down and holding you back right now throw you into action so that you can make things better, because there are ways you can do so. So if things are hard right now, just know that there is help available. What that looks like for you really depends on your life. Is it the people that are in your life? Is it rituals that you have that allow you to step away from those difficult situations and find some peace? Is it practices you have for dealing with that peace? Find the things that help and really focus on them right now. Call in even more of them. Hopefully that helps. Let's pull one more card and see what we get. The King of Wands. So this is a really beautiful card, one of my favorite cards, because this is about our ability to really have like the very best actions and get the best results from those actions. I was just talking about letting your struggles throw you into action. And this card says that whatever you're thrown into, whatever you throw yourself into, or whatever life throws you into, you're going to do great. This king is surrounded by salamanders. Salamanders representing this ability to withstand any heat. I've told this story before, and if you've read Madame Pamita's Magical Tarot book, you've probably heard about it too. But in ancient times, people would throw logs onto the fire and salamanders would scurry out. Now, they lived in those logs, so they were just like escaping the fire. But these ancient people thought they were being birthed from that fire. So when they show up in the tarot, they represent our ability to withstand any heat and to really like tap into the element of fire and its really like powerful nature to get what we want. So whatever it is that you're wanting, whatever it is that you're currently lacking and wishing you had more of, it's available and it's going to work out. You've just got to get there. So getting through the storm can be difficult. It's like the hardest thing of all, right? But rely on the things that you have around you to help you. Make the journey easier on yourself, and then you're going to get there a lot faster. If you keep working against yourself, it's going to take forever to get the outcomes that you want. So don't do that. And I know that's easier said than done. But do take a little look at your situation and see if there are ways you can just like tweak things slightly, make things a little bit easier on yourself. I think there are probably some small things out there that you can adjust. So hopefully that's helpful to somebody. Hopefully there's still some people hanging out here watching. If anybody wants a reading, they are $10 per card with me, the Love Witch. You can send on my website, which this QR code will take you to. You can also use Venmo. My username is the Love Witch NYC, or you can scan the code that's on screen now. And I'm also on PayPal at the Love Witch NYC on there as well, or paypal.me/the Love Witch NYC. And if you check out the description of this video, you can find all of those links in a very easily accessible place. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I also make a line of products at Parlor of Wonders. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for some things to come back in stock. We've got a ton of people on the wait list for the chapsticks, for the bubble bath, for Thursday salt. All of them are going to be restocked very, very soon. I sent a huge box out over the weekend. So as soon as that arrives at the Parlor of Wonders, we'll have more of those products back in stock. So if you've been waiting, this will be your chance. I make these products in very small batches though. So that's why they sell out so fast. So if you want to grab one, go ahead and join the wait list on the ones that are sold out now. You'll get an email as soon as they come back in stock. I'd love for you to try out my homemade soaps or my protective salt. I also have these new enchanted mists. These are in stock now, so you don't have to wait. These are so great for like super, super simple spells. So if you want to invite some fast luxury, love, glamour into your space, or just like honor the divine and the goddess, this is your best friend. So I have this in a large and a small size. This is the large. And just a few quick sprays on yourself, in your environment, your bed, your clothes, your hair. Really, you can put this just about anywhere. Don't go crazy with it. You don't want to saturate things that shouldn't be wet. But pretty much anything this is going to be safe on. It's not going to leave any oily residue or any stains. So I would love for you to check that out. I have 2 different scents available. One is designed to honor the goddess Venus and all of the things that she represents. And then I also have one that's that is named Seder, and that is about playful fun and invoking youth-like vigor. Oh, hi, Dia. Thanks so much. I'm glad that group reading was helpful for you. It's helpful for me too. One of my favorite things about tarot and being a tarot reader is that I find myself giving so much advice, and I'm like, yeah, I need to take that. So, the cards have so many wonderful messages for us. And if you don't like doing readings for yourself, you can do readings for other people, and you'll still get a lot of really good information from them. If you're learning the tarot, you may want to consider doing readings for people that don't know you're doing them. So you could do readings for celebrities or for your friends without telling them. You don't have to have someone sitting in front of you asking a question to do a reading for them. So doing those readings just on your own as practice is a really great way to familiarize yourself with the cards, but also to test your divination, to see if your predictions come true. Especially if we do readings for public figures on our own like that, it's really easy to see when the results manifest. So I would encourage you to give that a try if you haven't already. And if you're thinking about learning the tarot, or if you know a little bit about the tarot, but you want to dive in deeper, Madame Pamita's advanced tarot class is kicking off very soon. I believe this Sunday. Might be next Sunday, but I'm pretty sure it's this Sunday. So if you go to LosAngelesTarotReader.com, you can find out all about that class. It's a 5-week series that takes place over Zoom. It is incredible. I highly recommend it. I'm a graduate of that class myself. She also has a professional level that will pick up in the winter. And each of these classes is a really wonderful way for you to deepen your connection to the cards, but also to learn in an environment with other people who are learning alongside you. So you'll get to do readings for people who are, other students. You'll get to learn how to come up with your own interpretations of the tarot. Really, really, really wonderful class. Hi, Spirited Dragonfly. Thanks so much for stopping in. It's great to see you. Thanks so much to everyone who is here. It's really wonderful to see some people here. If you're just joining, I am the Love Witch. I'm doing $10 per card tarot readings here for a little bit on Madame Pamita's YouTube page. I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer and see if there's anybody out there who wants a reading. If you want one, it's $10 per card. You can scan this code right here, or head to thelovewitchnyc.com/live. You'll find a link there to check out on my website, or you can also find my Venmo and PayPal links down in the description. But back to Madame Pamita's tarot class. Wow, they are so great. And even if you are a tarot expert and have been reading the cards forever, know all the meanings, don't need to learn the tarot, it's still really helpful for finding new meanings in the cards, finding your own meanings in the cards, and hearing about other people's interpretations of the cards. Don't get me wrong, Madame Pamita is incredible and such a wealth of knowledge, but I learned so much also from the students that were in class with me, not just from Madame Pamita. So it's a really incredible and supportive environment. There's also a tea room that you get to hang out in even after the class ends, so you can stay connected with people who you have a connection with tarot and who are also on their tarot journey. If you head to LosAngelesTarotReader.com, you can find the registration for that. And again, I think it starts this Sunday for the advanced level. Beginning just wrapped up, and that's always a lot of fun too. So if you want to take the beginning class, you can join the wait list on that website too, and you'll get an email when it goes back on sale next year. She does this class every year. So if you took it in the past, you can retake it too. So if you took Advanced Tarot before and you want to come back, email me, thelovewitchnyc@gmail.com, and I will get you added into class free of charge. And that offer never expires. So, if you take the class once, you can take it as many times as you want again in the future. So we hope to see some of you guys there. It's a little quiet tonight. I'm trying out different time slots, so I can't promise that I'm going to hang out for a long time tonight, but I am going to hang out for a little bit longer. It's really great to see some familiar faces in the chat and some new ones too. So thanks so much to everyone who has said hello so far. If you are interested in making some magic with me on a not on YouTube level, I would love to do so. So you can book full-length readings with me at thelovewitchnyc.com or at parlorofwonders.com. Just click services and then book spiritual sessions. But I also offer a range of custom spell work through Parlor of Wonders. So if you want me to do a candle spell for you, if you want to join in on my weekly group candle spell service, I would love to make some magic for you. And I don't just do love spells. I can do a spell for just about any positive intention. So head to thelovewitchnyc.com to explore all of those different options, or just explore the spell work category of the parlorofwonders.com shop, and you'll see all of my options there as well. It's finally getting a lot colder here in New York, which is something I'm personally happy about. We had a really hot summer here, but it's getting dark so early. So it's 7 o'clock here, but it feels like a good like 10 or 11 o'clock. So it's been a rough landing into daylight savings for me. Oh, okay, Dia, you normally work on Tuesdays. That's good to know. I'm trying out all kinds of different spots, so hopefully you'll catch me some other time. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing Tuesdays. I might try out a different day next week. Hi, Mimi. Good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping in. If anyone's just joining us, we're doing $10 per reading tarot cards tonight with me, the Love Witch. I am one of the spiritual advisors at Parlor of Wonders, so I'm not Madame Pamita, but I am a good friend and a colleague of hers. So if you would like a reading from me, they're $10 per card. I'm going to hang out for just a little bit longer to see if anyone wants one. And if not, we'll try again later this week. Didn't really promote that I was going to be on here tonight. I'm just kind of testing things out. If you would like to learn some more about magic from me, I also do magical instruction. So you can book a session with me and it doesn't have to be a reading. I can do a tarot reading for you, or an oracle reading, or a charm casting session, but we can also just talk about magic, talk about what you're trying to manifest, and I can give you some tips for how to achieve it. So, book some time with me. If you join my mailing list at thelovewitchnyc.com, you'll get $25 off a 30-minute session with me. But there's also all kinds of ways to connect with me on the website. So I really hope that you will stop by there and take a look around. Oh, great. I would love to do a reading for you, Mimi. They are $10 per card. So if you scan the code that's right beside me, you can check out on my website and then just pop your question into chat and I will pull your cards. I'd love to see what they've got to say for you. You can also find my Venmo and my PayPal down in the description below. I can show those links as well here on the QR codes. So you can scan this one to pay via Venmo. Again, it's $10 per card. I can read as many cards as you want. There's 78 in the deck, so we could do up to 78 cards. Here's my PayPal as well, paypal.me/thelovewitchnyc. So I'd love to do a reading for you, Mimi, or for anybody else who is out there who has a question for the cards. Okay, great. If you already sent on PayPal, I can check and see, but if not, let me know when you do, and then just put your question in chat after. I have PayPal pulled up on my phone, though, so I should see it come through. I'm excited to read for you. If anyone else wants a reading, I can read for as many people as would like me to. So it's $10 per card. Don't be shy. And if you don't have a question, we can just do a general reading. I can do a forecast for what your month is going to look like, or what the rest of your week will look like. So whatever you want to know from the cards, I'm your witch. And just make sure to put your question in chat, and I'll pop it up here on screen so that everybody knows who I'm currently reading for. And make sure that you stop back by on Madame Pamita's YouTube channel on Sunday night. She's going to be here doing $10 per card readings to benefit Ukrainian seniors in need. Her friend Yvonne, who lives in Ukraine, helps to shop for these elderly folks and takes them groceries every couple of weeks. For many people, it's the only food that they have in their fridge, so it's a really important thing. So I hope to see some of you here on Sunday night so that we can raise some money for those seniors who very much need it. No worries, Mimi. Take your time. Just let me know once you get it figured out, and then we will start your reading. But take all the time you need. I'm here and not going anywhere just yet. And make sure that you like this stream if you haven't yet. It really helps other people find it when people are liking, and your comments in the chat are helping people find it too. So I really appreciate everyone who has liked this so far, or who is watching or chatting, or even just thinking about me right now. I appreciate it. And I'm probably going to be back on here sometime later this week. I'm really trying to figure out the best time slot that we can have these readings so I can do it on kind of a weekly basis, hopefully. So we will stay tuned for that. And, we'll keep trying out some different times to see what's best for people. And if you're wondering who I am, I'm the Love Witch. I live in New York City, but I work at the Parlor of Wonders. So I do candle spells and readings for people all over the world. I don't do in-person readings, but I do offer all types of sessions over Zoom. So I could read some cards for you one-on-one if you don't want them live on the air today. Or, I could give you some magical guidance and advice. We could talk about whatever you want, really. If you just need somebody a set of ears to listen to what you're going through and offer some objective feedback, I can do that too. Do that for people all the time. So yeah, however you want to use that time with me, totally up to you. I'm happy to go with the flow and be whichever kind of witch you need that day. And to anybody who is watching now and would like some quick spiritual guidance from the tarot, I have a full deck right here. And we're doing $10 per card readings. So you can pick as many cards as you want and then just pop your question into chat. And if anyone would like to join in on this Friday's group spell service, I would love to make some magic for you. Here's the QR code for that. Every Friday, I light a candle for everybody who signs up for this service for that week. I'll light one central candle and then taper candles for each person who signs up. So when you sign up, you'll get an email letting you know which number is going to represent you in the service. And then the following Monday, I send out photos of the spell as it was burning, as well as the spell remains when it completed. If you want me to do a spell report to kind of analyze the remains and give you an idea of what I'm seeing, I can also do that. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can head to fridaylovespell.com or just scan the code that's floating beside me now, and you can learn all about that spell. And this isn't just a love spell for romantic love. You could do this to love your job more, to love life more, to love your family more, to improve a friendship. Tons of different ways you can use this spell. And love magic in general. When people talk about love spells or when they think of a love witch, your head might go straight to romantic love. But really, you can do all kinds of love spells, not just on romantic partners. So you could do a love spell on yourself for self-love, to love yourself more, to love your situation more. You could do a love spell on a friend to help them love their life more, to help them love their job more, to help them love you more, So there's all kinds of ways that you can use magic to achieve your goals, including goals that relate to love, romantic and otherwise. And again, that spell takes place every single Friday. So if you sign up, I will send you an email within 24 hours that lets you know what number is going to identify you on the spell service. And then the following Monday, I send out photos of the spell. Okay, Mimi, I see your PayPal. Did you have a question or did you just want me to do a general card for you? And thank you so much, by the way. I really appreciate it. Let me see. You may have written the question on PayPal, so I'm just going to open it up and look. But do feel free to put it in the chat. Oh, okay. I'm also seeing another one from Ferial. Thank you so much, both of you. Just put your questions in the chat, and then whoever sends their question first is who I'll read for first, and then I'll do the other one. Thank you so much, Ferial. That's so generous of you. I really appreciate it. Just make sure to put your question into the chat if you had a specific question, or if you just want a general reading, I can definitely do that too. Okay, here is Mimi's question. I am a Libra and he's a Leo. We haven't talked at all. Will there be a reconciliation? Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and give the cards a shuffle. I'm sorry to hear that you haven't been in communication recently. Okay, I have the Empress. To me, this is a big yes. Things will get better. This is a card that's all about love. We see the symbol of Venus here, the goddess of love. And we also see all of these stars above her head. So this is about a connection that is not just tangible, but mental, spiritual, big picture. So I think there's a really real connection between the two of you. And it might be frustrating because right now it may not seem like he thinks so at all, right? If you're not in communication, that can be very discouraging. But this card says that things are going to pick back up and things are going to be very fruitful. This is a card that has a lot of links to pregnancy. So if this is somebody that, you want to start a family with one day, this says that could happen. But I don't think about this as being as much about pregnancy like that, as more just about like a situation that's really fertile, a situation that has a lot of room for growth and a lot of room for expansion. And I get the sense that this is one of those situations. So right now, you're not in communication. That's okay. The energy still exists, and it's still possible for that reconciliation to happen. So don't lose hope on this one. Tap into your divine feminine, think about these things that perhaps lured him to you in the first place and amplify them. Even if he's not seeing it, you're amplifying that energy for yourself, right? You're putting that message out into the universe. So find some ways that you can like tap into your inner goddess, and also I think a really good thing for you could be like speaking a daily intention or affirmation about this. Like, I love talking to that Leo every day. I'm so glad me and that Leo are back in communication. Obviously, you can replace that Leo with his name since you know it. But, saying something each day that helps build toward that growing energy that's between you. Yeah, there's good things to come here. Don't lose hope at all, Mimi. Also, something that I'm getting from this card is that like this is a relationship where there's going to be a lot of happiness. This is a really bright, yellow, sunny card. So right now, things may not reflect this, but there's a really good shot for improvement of like a new day breaking the situation. I make a sweet reconciliation soap that you may want to consider using. I sell that at Parlor of Wonders. And it's a soap that you can, just like any other bar of soap, but you can use it while picturing the communication that you want to have with him, picturing the conversations that you'd like to pick back up, calling them in as you wash your body with that soap. If you like, not for your situation necessarily, but in general, if there's someone that you've had a falling out with, but you're still, physically around them, you can gift this soap to people too to help sweeten them back up to you and help that reconciliation come in. But I hope that's helpful, Mimi, and I hope that you hear from him soon. This card has the number 3 at the top of it. So I think within the next 3, it could be 3 weeks, could be 3 months, but this number 3 tells me it's just like a little bit of time, not this huge chunk of time, not years and years until you're going to hear from him. It might be by the end of this year or by the very early part of next year. That's what I'm seeing for you. Okay, Ferial. I'm planning on some live tarot reading streams starting tomorrow over the next few weeks, as we talked about in our sessions. How will those go? That is so exciting. I'm so glad that you're doing that. I'm proud of you. Where are they going to be? Are they going to be here on YouTube? I can try and tune in. If so, I'd love to see how they go. I'm shuffling your cards now, so let's see what they've got for us. And to anyone who is just tuning in, I am the Love Witch. You're doing $10 per card tarot readings. And if you want one, I can read for you right after this. Okay. I've got your answers, Ferial. Let me just switch this QR code back over. And I'm going to hide your question. So I've drawn 3 cards about how your live streams are going to go. The first one is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man represents sacrifice and the how necessary sacrifice is going to be for your goals to go well. So, when we're talking about a live stream, sitting on the internet live like we're doing now, it can take some time. So time out of your day that could be spent doing something else, right? So you could get really frustrated about this and be like, oh, I'm throwing in the towel because it wasn't worth my time. But this says hang in there. Keep giving that sacrifice to it. This is the first, 1 or 2 streams might be a little rocky. You might be a little nervous. You might not have a ton of people watching. But after a couple, you're going to get into your groove. It's not going to take long. And it's going to get easier and easier as you go. So this card is telling you hang in there. And if you have a rocky start, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. My first stream, I was muted for the first several minutes. Then someone told me, and I turned the audio on, and then a ton of people booked readings. So except that like if there's little bumps in the road, that's just the rocky beginning. That doesn't mean the rest of the road isn't paved very smoothly. The next card I have for you is the World. This is the card of dreaming bigger, So I think these streams are going to go even bigger and better than you're anticipating. And I think you might need to start blocking off more and more time in your schedule for them because it seems like they're going to be very lucrative. So get ready, start thinking about how many different times can I, go ahead and plan this out. or get this on the books? How many different people can I reach out to and let them know that I'm going to be live? Taking some very practical steps is going to be helpful, clearly. But this card says, even without taking a bunch of extra steps, you're still going to have great success from this, and it's still going to go better than you were expecting. So if you've got your expectations very low, this might not mean that it's going to be huge, but I think you need to set your expectations high so that it can turn out to be even bigger than you're imagining. And I know it's going to go really well for you based on this card. And if there are those little things that feel like hiccups in the first couple of streams, don't let them bring you down. Don't let them throw you off, because this potential remains. So hang in there and keep trying. This also tells me, like, you're not going to have to try a lot of different approaches. This isn't something I'm getting from the World card necessarily, but just from my intuition. This is just going to be about patience and persistence. So trying the same thing until people start watching. So even if you have to hang out for a couple of hours, or even if you have to go live a couple of times your first week, keep trying. Build it and they will come. The third card I have for you is the 10 of Cups. This is like a dream card, right? Both of these are like dream cards. This is something that's going to work out really, really beautifully. In this card, we see this like happy home, happy children, happy partner. So I think not only could this take off in a way that's way bigger than you're expecting, but this also says I think it could bring a lot of stability to your life in other areas, So maybe helping you find a new living situation, maybe helping you find some more stability and emotional balance in your current situation. This is a card that's about joy and happiness. So I think that these readings are really going to open that opportunity up for you. How they do so, could be a lot of different ways, but it seems to me like it's going to be financial. But I don't think it's going to be only financial. Cups are about emotions. So I think it's going to be like spiritually fulfilling for you as well. I think helping people is going to feel good. And I think that it's going to be really good exposure for you. So whether you're charging for your readings or doing them for free, this is saying like eventually it's going to bring some good revenue and some good stability your way. Oh, sorry, I'm seeing your chats. Okay, yeah, she says, setting my intentions high and focusing on the feeling I had when I did them in the past and enjoyed them. Yes, that's perfect. Remembering how easy and good it feels when it's going well. Thinking about that, especially in times where you start to get nervous or where it's not going great. I think that's perfect to set your intentions sky high. This card, there's a rainbow way up there in the sky. So that's where your dreams need to be for this. Really picturing just how successful you could be from this and how much this could take off and will, as long as you hang in there and have that patience. So I think this is going to go really well for you. Oh, great. She says, I love helping and doing readings for people. I'm charging $10 per card like you. That feels right. Yeah, great. I think that is perfect. $10 is not a huge commitment. And it's also, enough that after just a few people do it, you've made a nice little amount of money, especially if you think about it on like an hourly basis. Like, for the first half of this stream, nobody had any readings and that was fine. And now I've read 4 cards. So that's like $40 in 30 minutes. That's $80 an hour if you think of it like hourly rate. So it can add up much faster than you're expecting or maybe thinking about. And it, is not too much to ask for people, not too big of an investment. And I also get the sense that a lot of people are going to book full-length readings with you because of your live readings. So I also want to let you know if you're like get everything in order on that side too. Have your website ready to go, have everything freshened up, looking good, so that when they have a really good $10 reading with you, or when they see you do a reading for someone else and it really resonates with them, they can go and book that full-length session with you easily. I think that's going to really help to, make it even more of a success. So I'm excited to hear how that goes. And email me your YouTube, and I'll try and tune in if I'm available when it's going on. I'd love to hear you do some readings. That sounds so fun. Well, to anyone who is just joining, I am the Love Witch. I'm doing $10 per card tarot readings here on Madame Pamita's YouTube page this evening. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, so if anyone would like a reading, it's $10 per card. You can send using this QR code that's beside me on my website, or you can use Venmo or PayPal. Both links are in the description of this video. Yeah, Ferial, I think doing something with your website is going to help a lot. And consistency is great too. If you just go live once and then no one books and no one goes to your website, That's not a big surprise. But if you really commit to it, start doing it all the time, even if it's really slow at first, even if you have, days where hardly anyone watches, it's okay. Just keep doing it. The more you're there, the more just on a very practical level, the more you're live, the more YouTube is going to show you to people. So I think it's going to go really well for you. And maybe there's other places you could stream too. I know that like there's Twitch and websites like that, Instagram, all kinds of places where you can go live. So maybe you could even go live multiple places as you get more comfortable and get your feet wet and expose yourself to all kinds of audiences. Seems like a lot of really great potential there for you. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much, Ferial, and thank you so much, Mimi, for booking readings so far. If anyone else wants one, they are $10 per card. I'm going to be here a little bit longer, so don't be shy. Go ahead and get your question in, and I'd be more than happy to pull some cards for you. And if you would like a full-length reading with me, you can get one at thelovewitchnyc.com or by heading to parlorofwonders.com and clicking services. I offer readings in a variety of links. Offer tons of different divination options, and however you want to use that time with me, you can. So even if you don't want cards pulled, even if you just want someone to bounce ideas off of, I'd love to do that. It sounds super fun. So let's spend some time together. You can find me at thelovewitchnyc.com. And also, if you're ever in like a bind and don't know what spell to do, or if you're shopping Parlor of Wonders and can't find the perfect product for your spiritual intention, did you know you can text me? It's true. You can text me at 212-242-4445. And as soon as I see it, I will respond. It's a real phone number. It's not like a service that I use to forward calls or anything like that. So that's my number. So I check it several times a day. And as soon as I see your text, I will respond. Obviously, if you want questions about what's going to happen in the future for you or advice about what you should do in your life, book a session with me or book a reading here on YouTube during one of these $10 per card streams. But if you just want some like product suggestions or some really quick guidance, shoot me a text and I'd love to help you out. And for anyone who hasn't joined my mailing list, you can do that at thelovewitchnyc.com. I send out some occasional discounts and updates. Here's a QR code that you can scan that will get you on that mailing list right away. All you gotta do is scan this code, then enter your name and email, press join, and you will get that $25 off coupon sent to your email right away. You can use it on a complex spell service or a 30-minute reading or both. But if you get a complex spell service with me, just know it also includes 30 minutes of time with me. So you don't have to do both. But you're more than welcome to if you want to. And if you're a subscriber who has never redeemed that $25 off a 30-minute reading, go back through your email. Dia, I don't know. Let me check. Let me open up PayPal and look. I haven't seen anything yet. I'm not seeing it yet, Dia. Did you send it to the Love Witch NYC? If so, you might want to check and make sure you press the second send button. It does make you like confirm twice for some strange reason. If you send it to Parlor of Wonders, actually, I'm not able to check that. So you'll want to make sure you send it to the Love Witch NYC. But let me know. I'll definitely hang out for a few more minutes since you want a reading. And I'm excited to see what your question is. And if anyone else would like a reading, it is $10 per card. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, so don't be shy. Go ahead and get those questions in. Even if you don't have a question, I can pull some general cards for you to give you just some like general guidance or an outlook for your week ahead, for the month ahead, for the rest of this year, for next year, really however you want to use it. These cards and me are here to help. And if you click the links in the description of this video, you can find all the different methods for paying for a reading today. Okay, let me check my website real quick, Dia. Because I didn't get an email that told me that anyone checked out. Yeah, I'm not seeing it go through. So you might want to double check, make sure that you weren't charged. If you were charged, oh, okay. I just got an email. Let me see if that's it. Okay, I just got your payment, Ferial. So Dia, keep trying, or check your email, make sure that that went through. If it did, try forwarding the confirmation to me, thelevewitchnyc@gmail.com, and I can figure out where it went. But it seems like it didn't finalize, so you shouldn't have been charged. But I'd still love to do a reading for you, so keep trying. Furiel, did you have another question, or did you want me to pull more cards on your last question? Take your time, Dia, no problem at all. I will definitely read for you right after Furiel. So take your time. Thank you so much, Furiel, for your generous donations today. I really appreciate it. And in case anyone missed it, I am donating a portion of all of today's earnings to Trans Lifeline, which is a peer-supported crisis hotline. I got to open the door for a cat real quick. So I'm going to disappear shortly. Okay, I'm back. I let the cat in, and I am ready to read. Okay, so Furiel says, my second question is about Ronnie. What do I need to know about our connection? Let's take a look. I'm shuffling the cards, and Dia, I see your reading. Your payment just came through, so I'll read for you right after this. Okay, Furiel, let's see what we've got. Okay, very interesting. So the first card I have for you is the Page of Pentacles. This is an interesting card. This tells me that he may have a very youthful energy. But, I think that this is like, well, for starters, where do I start with this? The Page of Pentacles is the most grown up of any of the pages. So I think for his age, he's mature, but he may still not be as mature as you are. So keep this in mind when you're dealing with him. He may not have the emotional maturity or intellect to really understand what you're needing. So you may have to guide him, But I said this is the most mature of the pages. So he's ahead of the pack, He is one who you can really teach things to and who can learn quickly. He is standing on this plot of land and looking at it like, what am I going to do with this once I've saved up enough to build? So he's somebody who thinks long term. So I think he is, he's younger than you. Yeah. Know that it's true, not just about age. It's about you've had more life experience. You've gone through more things. You've seen more. So you are ahead of him in more ways than one. So have a little bit of patience for him, I think, is one thing. But also just being really upfront with him. This person in this card is a really good learner and a good listener. He's a good planner. So if you let him know, when you act this way, it makes me feel this way, he will plan accordingly and plan his words and actions more carefully. The next card I have is the Seven of Swords. This is a controversial card. Some people don't think good things about this card. I really like this card, though. This card is about leaving a situation that's temporary. I think this may actually be about you moving. So, we could look at this as being about something sneaky going on in this relationship. But I really think this is about you picking up, leaving a temporary situation and getting to somewhere that is more solid. And knowing a little bit about your situation, I think that taking that step is going to help this romantic prospect to move faster, So I do think this card is about you moving, but the tarot, so that this card can also be about somebody who's being a little bit sneaky. So maybe it's worth just keeping an extra eye out, to make sure that he is not doing anything that's below board, maybe that's keeping an eye on his social media to make sure he's not posting pictures with someone else that seem romantic or something like that. But really, I don't get the sense from my intuition that you have anything to worry about with this one. I think this card is about you moving into a situation that, a home that you really love and you want to stay in for much longer than where you've been now. And then that allowing this relationship to flourish a little bit more. And, if we think back to this card about being looking at this plot of land and planning what's going to be built there, then this is about moving to it. So I think these cards are saying your life is about to progress. Your life is about to kind of take off. Maybe it's that stream that's going to allow these things to happen. And then from there, we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is about like best case scenario for emotional happiness and for romance too. So I think this says like once things stabilize a little bit in your life, once these things you've been working on, materialize, then there's this place for you to be like so in such a good place emotionally, and you'll be set up for success for it, right? So like right now, maybe all these other things stressing you out, all these other things that you have to deal with, are making that situation harder, and would make it harder to enjoy that situation had it progressed more before now. I gotta let the cat back out. Ethereal, the Ace of Cups is totally a best case scenario. And I think that this means this relationship is going to be one that makes your heart just like overflow and really like sing with joy. So don't give up on him. He may be frustrating, he may be immature, but he's got this potential to really help you feel better than you've ever felt before, or at least better than you've felt in a really long time. And I think slow and steady is like the right way to go here, right? Not rushing into things. Swords, we have a lot of swords here, or we have a lot of swords in this card. This is a very quick energy, the realm of swords. So I think, you might make some very quick moves right now relating to your living situation or something like that. But in terms of the relationship and in terms of the emotional parts of this, let them build slowly, don't rush it. A watched pot never boils. So try and take the pressure off a little bit if you can. If there's other stuff you can focus on it. And then let the magic that you're doing, let the thoughts that you're having, that you're manifesting, let them do the work for you in the background. Hopefully that is helpful. I'm seeing your chats now. Didn't see them before, I apologize. So let me know if you have questions about those cards. I think hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with those. And I think that this is definitely the type of thing that's just like worth sticking it out for. Okay, Dia, did you have a question? If so, make sure to pop it into chat, and I will start your reading right after this. And double check and make sure you didn't write it in the payment. Okay, November outlook, great. Oh, okay, Furiel says, the Seven of Swords is moving, but also him standing in the way of a new guy who works here from getting close to me. He doesn't think I know he is standing in the way. Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense, actually. So, if he's slowing down these other romantic prospects that you have, I think it's good for you to move, so that he has a little bit less control over your situation, right? Then you have that opportunity to shine with whoever's going to be the best fit. Yeah, Dia, she wanted to check on me. She wanted to beg for treats, and then she didn't get them, so she wanted to turn right back around. All right, let's see. Dia would like a November outlook reading to see what you pick up in the ether. Okay, happy to get it. This is a one-card reading. Let's see what we've got for you, Dia. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I feel like November is like the most magical month. I don't know if it's because it's the 11th month or if it's because I'm a Scorpio and my birthday is this month, but there's just something about November that has always felt so magical to me. I think part of it too here in the States is like November is this time that's associated with gratitude, and gratitude is so incredible for manifestation. Dia, it's going to be a good month. I've got the Nine of Cups for you. This is a card that's about wish fulfillment and wishes coming true. So yes, whatever you're working on this month, whatever you're thinking about this month, this is going to be the time where it works out. So if you've been dreaming big, this says those dreams are going to come to fruition very soon. The thing I love about the Nine of Cups is like he is just sitting there enjoying all the blessings that he has. He's not working hard for them. Maybe he did work hard for them in the past, but we don't see that, so we're just guessing. But the point is the hard work's not happening anymore. It's behind you if it existed at all. So maybe this will be a wish that took very little work, or one where you've already done all the work. So take a look through and see what things you've been manifesting, what things you've been wanting that are almost here, and then help call them in and like get them all the way here. The Nine of Cups is one of my favorite cards for another reason. And that's all this like bright yellow energy of this card. To me, there's like so many beautiful colors throughout all the tarot cards, but the yellow cards stand out the most. And this is one of the ones that's like the most yellow of all. So I really tap into that. And I would say a good thing you can do for November is surround yourself with the color yellow. He's done it and all his dreams are coming true. So, maybe you paint a room in your house yellow if you're really extreme. But I think it could be easier. It could be wearing some yellow, making your lock screen on your phone something that's yellow, maybe an image of this tarot card, for example. Or, picking some yellow flowers and having them in a vase in your home, something like that to just help you tap into this positivity, this brightness, and this optimism that this card contains. This is going to be a really good month, though. And if things haven't been easy or fun lately, this indicates a shift, and that things are going to get easier and more fun. And like, who's not dreaming of that, right? I'm always wanting that. So I'm excited for you, Dia. And I think, I was talking about November is this month that in the States we associate with gratitude. So gratitude journaling could be a great thing to do this month in order to help call in this wish fulfillment even faster, or to help narrow in on what you want this wish that's coming true this month to be. So really thinking about the things you're already thankful for in your life and the things that you want to call in. Oh, beautiful. Dia says, music to my ears. I was born in September on the 29th. I love wearing yellow in the fall. Yeah, it's such a great time of year for it. And I bet it looks so beautiful on you. So wear your yellow, paint your nails yellow, incorporate the color yellow in however you can. You can burn yellow candles this month. But just get excited and get ready because good things are coming your way. And if you feel like they're stuck, they're not getting here fast enough, start making room for them. For me, if I'm like waiting on a piece of mail and it's not arriving and I'm eager to get my package, I'll start clearing off a place on that shelf wherever that thing is going to go that I ordered. So you can do the same thing. If you're waiting on a person to come into your life, you can clear off some space for that person. This physical act is a great way to send a message to the universe that you're ready for something. So I'm excited to hear what it is that shows up for you this month, Dia. Yeah, yellow nails. That's such a great one. And it's great too because like if you're like me, you see your hands all day long. You're constantly like looking down and seeing those nails. So it's going to be a nice little reminder every time you spot them. So I definitely encourage you to do that. Find like a nice glittery yellow that's really going to pop and bring some joy and happiness into your day every time you spot it. I'm probably going to wrap up here soon, but if anybody else would like a reading, they are $10 per card, and you can use the links in the description of this video to book one. I've got a hungry cat at the door, though, so I can't hang out too much longer. But if anybody else wants some quick spiritual guidance before I wrap up, this is your opportunity. And I want to thank so much everyone who has joined me tonight, everyone who has said hi or booked a reading. It means so much to me. So thank you, Ferial. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Dia, for booking readings with me today. I have really enjoyed reading cards for you. If anyone would like for me to make some magic for them, you can get $25 off a complex spell service with me by joining my mailing list. I would love to make some magic for you. When I do a complex spell service, I spend some time talking to you first, getting to know your magical goals and understanding what it is that your intention is for the spell. Then I pick the very best supplies for your spell from Parlor of Wonders and have them ship it to me right away. So they get that and then mail to me within a day or two. And then I start on your spell as soon as it arrives. And so then I start your spell. It burns. They burn for several days, usually, sometimes for like a week, just kind of depends on what the spell is. And then after it finishes, we have another 15-minute conversation where I divine information from the remains of your spell, let you know how everything burned down and what magical steps you can take to call in your goals even faster, and what signs you can be on the lookout that the universe may be sending you relating to your goal. So I would love to make some magic for you. Get that $25 off coupon by heading to thelovewitchnyc.com and clicking get $25 off. Or you can go to thelovewitchnyc.com/offer and it'll take you to that page too. Oh, Dia, that was your first tarot reading? That's incredible. I'm so honored. That makes my heart so happy. And I know you're a very magical person because I see you at the marketplace. So that's really, really special. Thank you so much. Aw. Thank you, everyone who has joined me. This has been such a fun hour. make sure that you're subscribed to Madame Pamita's YouTube page. I'll be here popping in and out all throughout the month of November, doing these little live tarot readings. So I hope to see you again sometime soon. I don't know exactly when my next stream will be, but if you keep an eye on this page, it'll be announced a few days before. And if you turn those notifications on, you will get notified as soon as I go live. Thank you so much again to everyone who hung out today, and I will see you soon. Have a magical rest of your day.